In 70 frozen luxury questions we put to China's most used AI assistant, the name it adopted most often was not Hermès. It was a resale platform. 9 answers out of 70. Hermès and Chanel sat at 6. If your AI visibility tool has never indexed that platform's name, it is not getting this wrong. It cannot see the shelf at all. There are 3 walls between a Western measurement stack and that answer. And then there is a 4th thing that survives all 3 and still breaks your numbers. I'm Wang Bo. We're GeoCheck tool and measuring Chinese AI. Answers is the only thing we do. Frozen question banks runs from inside China. Every citation classified by hand, methods, and raw tables, public. Everything here is one collection window in July 2026. One engine. I'll mark the surface of every number as it appears, because surface is half the story. Wall 1 is the network. The assistant we measure is Double. Quest Mobile put it at 382 million monthly active users in June 2026, the most used AI assistant in this market. Its consumer clients are built for people who are physically in China on Chinese networks. You can reach a model from anywhere. Reaching the product a Chinese shopper actually opens is a different problem. That is why every run in this video was collected from inside China on the clients a consumer would use, and why our batch files record a collection time zone on every single row. Wall 2 is the account. The consumer client is a logged-in product. Registration runs through a Chinese mobile number. A logged-out session, a borrowed account, and a dedicated clean account are 3 different measuring instruments. They do not return the same object. We ran a dedicated account used for nothing else. No shopping. No chat, no history. We did not create ourselves. That is not a purely ritual. Personalization is an input. If you cannot state the account, state that produced a number. The number has no unit. Wall 3 is the language. It is the one that quietly voids the most dashboards. Go back to the luxury result. 70 frozen questions. API surface, July 2026. The 3 names adopted most often were a resale platform at 9 of 70. An inspection group at 7, and an authentication app at 6. Hermès 6, Chanel 6. Now stop looking at them as brands and look at them as strings. 2 of them do have official English names, Plum and China certification and inspection group. The 3rd does not. What you see is our romanization, and we label it as such. But an entity resolver built on Western brand data has a role for none of them. Having an English name and being in someone's index are different things. Same shape in beauty. The names adopted most often were individual products. Not houses, and the National Cosmetics Regulator's own app was adopted in 4 of 70 answers as the way to check a product registration. In our table, that regulator app appears under at least 5 different exact name strings. We do not merge them, which is why we say distinct exact name strings, not brands. Now, suppose you climb all 3. You are inside China on a real logged-in consumer client reading Chinese. Here is what still breaks. We ran the same frozen questions on 2 surfaces, a logged-in desktop web client and a logged-in mobile app. Same account, minutes apart. Across the 16 pairs that met our 30-minute window, the web client displayed more search terms in 15 of 16 and more sources in 14 of 16. Mobile never once exceeded web. Boundary, plainly, displayed is not retrieved. We count what the interface shows, and we say so in the same sentence as the number. And that is still only the client side. An API run is a 4th object, again useful as an early signal, never as the verdict. The 70-question luxury snapshot you just saw is API. We label it every time. One more, because it is the mistake I would make myself. You get behind the walls. You screenshot one good answer. You file it. We pre-registered paired runs that differ in a single condition. The candidate lists differed in 31 of 31 pairs. Mean overlap by Jacquard 0.026. In 0 of 31 pairs, did the 2 answers share enough names to compare an ordering? A single answer is closer to a draw than to a ranking. The unit that holds still is the question space, not the reply. None of this is a knock on any Western tool. The walls are structural, not a product defect. You cannot buy your way past a real name registration from an office in London. It does mean the honest sentence about China on a Western dashboard is not covered. And the honest sentence on ours is, here is the screenshot, here is the account state, Here is the surface. All of it is checkable. The frozen question banks, the displayed search terms, the deviation logs, and the raw tables are published. Method and data, geochecktool.com/research. If you want it on your own brand, a 5-question evidence snapshot on the real consumer client is $390, credited toward a full audit. Wangbo Geocheck Tool, the China